A word on the street is that Caitlin Clark, did not want Cheryl Reeve as her coach.
Yeah. Hold up. Before we get swept away by another carefully crafted narrative, let's pump the brakes on this fairy tale that's been floating around the basketball stratosphere. Naphessa Collier wants you to believe she's the puppet master behind the most seismic coaching swap in WNBA All-Star history. She's out here claiming she texted Caitlin Clark, asking to trade for Cheryl Reeve, like she's some kind of basketball diplomat, negotiating world peace. But let me tell you something, that's not just revisionist history. That's straight-up basketball fiction with a capital F. Real truth, Caitlin Clark was done with Cheryl Reeve before Collier even knew what a trade was. This wasn't some friendly collaboration between team captains, sharing smoothies and braiding each other's hair. This was Clark grabbing the WNBA by the collar and saying, "I'm not dealing with your petty politics anymore." And if you think for 1 second that Clark needed Collier's permission to make this move, you haven't been paying attention to the Caitlin Clark effect, the phenomenon that's more powerful than gravity. At this point, if you are enjoying, please subscribe. Let's talk about the elephant in the arena, the Olympic snub. Remember when Cheryl Reeve, as Team USA's head coach, had the audacity to leave the most electrifying player in women's basketball off the Olympic roster? When reporters asked if she had any second thoughts about not including Clark, Reeve's response was colder than a Minnesota winter. No, just no. Not a thoughtful explanation, not a diplomatic deflection, just a flat-out dismissal that sounded like she was swatting away a mosquito rather than addressing the omission of a generational talent. That wasn't where the disrespect ended. Before Clark even stepped foot on a professional court, Reeve was out there on social media, throwing shade, like confetti at a bitter ex's wedding. She posted cryptic tweets complaining about the attention Clark was receiving, using hashtags like hashtag 12 teams and hashtag the W is more than one player, as if Clark was somehow personally responsible for the league's marketing strategy. This wasn't coaching. This was jealousy masquerading as leadership. And let's not forget the cherry on top of this disrespect Sunday, when Clark was putting up historic numbers and filling arenas like she was Taylor Swift with a crossover